Hello, this is Dad.
And this is Sybil.
And in today's episode, we are talking about The Summer Dare by... Oh gosh, I don't know.
Joanna Dodds.
Joanna Dodds. Good. Right, well, we don't have the book in front of us.
The cover is quite confusing.
Yes, in our version, I thought it was somebody looking up through the slats of an abandoned house. Izzy thought it was
Swimming pool.
Two people in a swimming pool with swimming suits. Both would work in the context of this story.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
Why would a swimming pool work?
Because the...
Gladys Rudd was killed. She was last seen in a swimming pool.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a non-spoiler section in here. I
don't like the ending that much.
We weren't a massive fan of the ending, but...
Lucy's just...
Right, well, let's...
annoying.
I tell you what, we'll get to that when we sort of... Let's explain to the dear listeners, first of all, what sort of novel is this?
Skidamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skidamarink-a-doo. Spoilers for you. Have you read this book before? Would you like to? Spoilers for you.
Like crime.
We're gonna
like crime and mystery.
A crime thriller. It's sort of in the... It's a bit plot twisty. You've got lots of... A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Significantly plot twisty. And you have quite a few red herrings put throughout the book.
What do you mean?
A red herring is a clue that's meant to mislead us as readers.
Oh, yeah, because...
We'll get to there.
We didn't expect Lucy to do that.
No, we didn't. So... I suppose this was... You were given a big bag of books by somebody, like one of our...
I've read two of them, because The Hate You Give, and then The Summer Dare now.
Yeah. So this was in the large bag of books, and I wasn't initially sure whether it was going to be okay in terms of subject matter for you to read, so I read it first, and it sort of fits in with the little... the theme that we've had.
Just to say, if you're gonna buy this for like for a younger teenager or preteen, it has got some swears in.
It does have some swears. It do be having some swears. There are, I guess, there are some very brief scenes of what would be considered sexual assault from Tom Durant.
Oh yeah, he's disgusting.
There's not much in the way of injury detail.
No, I don't think there's...
If anything.
I mean, all there is a little, graze.
Yeah, she does get stabbed in the leg, I think.
No, she doesn't get stabbed. I think she gets stabbed. I think it's in the ankle.
Yeah, tags her with a knife. Anyway, sorry.
But he said he would never hurt her. Or the baby.
We've sizzled so much plot. So, Sybil, would you take us on a brief rundown of what happens in this story?
It was really good. So, first it starts... Oh, I think I get the first scene now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that was Maddie?
Yeah. Yes. And we know now the person...
Lucy's a madman.
She cray-cray.
Right, so to help Lucy settling into a new school, because I think Maddie lives near them, so
I live next door to each other. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the neighbours. So the mum gets Maddie, who's a few years older than her, to be her buddy, and she's got she's one of the cool kids, and so there's Jenna, Claire, Hayley, and Maddie, and they all really like acting, and so does Lucy, I think.
Well, Lucy's mum is a famous actress.
Famous?
Well, she's been on telly. Like Maddie's aware of who she is, and that's kind of why. So yeah, Lucy's new into the area. Her mum pairs her up with Maddie.
Yeah. So they go to a summer camp for, or more specifically, like a summer acting camp, and there they meet Mum's friend Tom Durrant, and he's wearing I don't know why I remember this. He's wearing a Simpsons red top. I just think of Bart Simpson whenever that comes up. And then some like shorts that are too short for him. Then they meet Lorraine.
And Sam.
Yeah, and Sam. They describe him as like looking at like Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's like early 20s in 1999.
Yeah, so we should say that the book is told from a few different points of view. Mostly Lucy's our main narrator.
But then Maddie.
There are some bits that are narrated by Maddie.
I mean, not narrated, it just focuses on her.
No, I think we're getting it from her point of view because things at
the start. But then it only
through a lot of the book actually. It switches at some point. It switches to the police officer. That's only for one small section.
When?
To D.I. Silver after they've gone and met his widow.
Oh.
And it also moves between the present day and 1999. So we do find out fairly early on that Maddie, Lucy's friend...
I mean, just read the blurb if you don't know.
Yeah, she went missing in 1999 and nobody knows what happened to her.
Except them.
Actually,
only Lucy knows exactly what happened to her.
And it's eventually teased out that at this summer camp there was an old house belonging to a silent movie
Edward
Duvall.
Is he an actual person?
I didn't look it up, but I assume no.
Can I look it up right now?
I'll tell you what, you keep talking and I'll go to my tiny machine.
So Maddie like stays over to like practice her like lines. And Tom Durrant is just being like weird, and he's like 39 in this, maybe like 40s. He's disgusting. I'm not going to talk much about it.
No, so he makes some sexual advances on her. Basically saying this is what you will need to do if you want to become an actor. A very brief sidestep into is Edward Duvall real? So Edward Duvall is either a sales consultant or we've got a French literary critic, or some guy with glasses.
Or maybe it's just someone with the name like Edward Duvall.
Well, I think he's meant to be. There are real sort of actors of the time that are mentioned, like John Gielgud, but Edward Duvall is fictional. So anyway, he was a film star that his star fell after.
Starred in Sleeping Beauty with Ava Holland, who so Lucy works for. She's a ghostwriter, so she works for Harriet Holland, which is Ava Holland's great granddaughter.
And she's a sort of bigwig Hollywood producer.
Yeah.
So Maddie, in the...
Oh yeah, and also Lucy has a baby.
Yes. I feel like we're... It might feel like we're jumping around a little bit, but because the narrative switches between 1999 and the present day quite often, we're actually kind of recalling things as they happen, except for the baby bit. We are literally we've recalled that now. So we find out throughout the book kind of what happened on that night and also the things that happened since. And we get...
Oh, yeah, and Sam tells the story.
Yeah. So...
He's a light technician.
Yeah, Sam, the lighting technician from the camp, tells them a story of Edward Duval, the murderer.
Of Gladys Rudd.
Yes, who was a young girl from the village, and she was supposedly
16.
killed. Yeah, supposedly killed by Edward Duval at one of his parties.
I don't know if it was if it was him that actually did it. We never...
We'd find out that she is dead, that she didn't just disappear.
Yeah, and we also find out that Maddie is dead.
Yes, we'll get to that.
We find the body.
So after finding out that it belonged to a silent film star, Maddie becomes a bit obsessed and she goes, hey, let's do a dare. She's like big into doing kind of dangerous things to show off because it's kind of her way of asserting control. And within the dare, she's planning to scare everybody in some way because that's also something that she likes to do. And she gets Lucy in on the plan.
Should we tell you?
Well, we're now going to go into proper spoiler territory, which we've been in anyway.
Can I tell us?
So yes.
Okay, so the plan is for Maddie to go in. So there's a secret room there. So the plan is to go into that secret room and then like make everyone think that she disappeared, and then they'll probably tell that she went into there, but they don't. And then they'll come there, and then she got like his things that Gladys was wearing on the night of her death.
Or something similar. Something that looks like it could have been worn in the 20s or 30s. And
then she's gonna like scare everyone by acting like Gladys Rudd. So Lucy's doing this because she's being pressured into. Because
Lucy doesn't want to lose this group of friends that she's only been friends with them for a very short amount of time.
6 weeks.
But she feels that they're like the cool kids, and she feels the pressure to do the things. And also, turns out she's been stealing things from people at school, and Maddie's found out.
Only one thing.
Well, yes, we find out that she's definitely stolen one thing, but there have been other things stolen. So we can make the assumption that it might be her.
Probably. So Lucy says yeah, because if she doesn't, then she'll tell the whole school about her stealing stuff. So Maddie goes into this room, and she and Lucy, and they go back to the house that night to look for Maddie. And Lucy like messes about with like the lock to like make her like scared or whatever. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah. So the dare, Maddie goes in. She's gone for quite a while. So all the other girls go in to find her. Lucy obviously knows what's going on. Lucy goes straight to they're in the room that was the swimming pool where the original murder had happened, but has now been turned into a ballroom. And Lucy knows where the entrance to the secret door is, and she knows that it can be locked from the outside. And that's what she does, kind of unbeknownst to everybody, and even unbeknownst to us in the first time that we see it. You can kind of make some assumptions, but it's not explicitly said.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes off and leaves Maddie.
And then she's going to come back, but then she thinks, like, oh, what if she's mad at me? And then asks questions. And then she just leaves because she doesn't want to be asked questions about why she did that. But I think Maddie would find it, like, cool.
Yeah, I think that throughout the story, we see Lucy unravelling, and we know that all of the girls, Jenna and Claire and Hayley as well, feel guilty because they never told anybody that Maddie had gone to that house because they didn't want to get into trouble. And they feel that they inadvertently caused it, and we're kind of led to believe through the story that that's what Lucy's feeling guilt for, and so she starts to suspect that somehow Maddie's still alive. At this point, this is like pre us finding out what Lucy eventually did.
Why would Why wouldn't there be a lock on the inside too?
Well, I think it's meant to lock people away. That's so, because Duval was a little bit of a sinister character.
Well, surely you'd like bring something in there if that did happen, because it is a possibility, and you need to be safe.
Yeah, but I mean, teenagers, isn't it? Not thinking straight, particularly. So we're given lots of sort of hints at who it could be. We have the scene with Tom Durant where he makes advances on her. That's disproved. We are given sort of several people that Maddie could be in the future. So Claire has a new girlfriend called Nick, and Lucy suspects her. She also suspects Harriet Holland, the producer that she's working for. And at various points, these could all be plausible within the plot, but we kind of see Lucy getting...
I think it's better to like make us think she's still alive.
Yeah.
Than to say she isn't alive. And because we've like said that she's like was kind of okay. What she did, I mean, because the detective could see because she said, she said like. She said something.
When she's questioned by the police, the detective who's investigating kind of knows that she knows something that she's not saying, but they all sort of look like that. So at that point, for us, that doesn't seem too abnormal. We should also, we missed this at the beginning, but Maddie gets a text from an unknown number basically saying...
No, Maddie doesn't.
Sorry, Lucy does.
I mean, she gets it all throughout the book.
Throughout the book, she's getting text from an unknown number basically saying, I know what you did.
And that unknown number kidnaps her child.
Yes. So we've been...
Oh, we haven't even said who Lucy's married to.
Yeah, so once again, that's kind of drip fed through the book. So after Maddie's disappearance, Lucy married...
I only worked that out because the flashback said Maddie was Joe's brother, and he talked a bit about Maddie, and yeah. Yeah,
so Lucy ended up marrying Maddie's brother, Joe. She's got a good relationship with Joe's parents as well.
Not really.
She does. Like, it's a bit strained, but we're kind of led to believe that all the relationships there are strained because of Maddie's disappearance and how it affected the family. So those texts we're drip fed lots of different information. We find out that Maddie's dad was an alcoholic. And at that point we think, okay, could it have been her dad? But we're given so many different options.
Yeah, but she would come back because she still had like Amari and stuff.
We find out things from from Maddie's old boyfriend, Amari, and eventually the text comes through to Lucy that her daughter Rosie has been... Ruby, that's the one. Has been taken by this person, and the person ends up being Maddie's mum. Because, this is sort of like the drama bit. Jenna, we find out earlier in the book that she's in love with somebody that she knows she can't be with. And it turns out that's Joe. And she tells Joe she frames it as like what Lucy did instead of what they all did, which was to say that, like, Jenna doesn't know that Lucy locked Maddie in at this point, but she's basically told Joe to try and put him off Lucy. So then Joe goes and tells his mum. His mum starts sending the text to Lucy, and eventually she's looking after Ruby and takes her to Duval's old house at Poison Cross.
I guess, but if he needed punishment, then that's like serious.
Oh, yes, it's
like just like jail time or something.
Yeah, nobody in this book is acting particularly rationally. And
I don't think I think it. I know it probably costs more to have a babysitter, but I just don't think Naomi is a good babysitter anymore.
But I also don't think that Lucy will be seeing
Probably not.
Joe or Naomi or anybody that, her friends or Joe or Joe's family anymore. Because then when they're all in the house, Lucy, I guess, decides that it's time to reveal what happened, and she goes over and she's fiddling with the lock by the cabinet again, and Jenna has a memory of like, hey, that's what you did the night that we were here. They then open the secret door and find Maddie's body. The police later tell them that they found another body down there, which is Gladys Rudd. So the two kind of mysteries, the two mysterious disappearance / murders are...
Oh, yeah, I guess Lucy did murder her.
By choice, by making an active choice.
Yeah, so it's murder. It's not...
Well, I don't...
Is it manslaughter?
Good question. Not...
Because she didn't, actively...
Yeah, I'm not very sort of legal, so I'm not sure.
But she did leave her in there to die.
Yeah. So, I mean... that kind of comes right at the very end, and you know that Lucy's guilty throughout, guilty of not supporting her friend or not telling the truth, and so we assume that that's why she's feeling this guilt. I think it's hinted a couple of times that she would have a motive, like when it turns out that Maddie was trying to blackmail her. But I think it's time for vibe check, because I think the vibe check is very much hinged on the end. So I'm going to...
But like everything else...
Oh, wait a minute.
At the end.
We need a vibe check.
Oh,
pause. Vibe check, pause.
What's the vibe check? What's the vibe check?
And that was the vibe check pause, and Sybil rolled her eyes because she doesn't like my silly songs. But you don't have to listen to them. Only our listeners have to listen to them. And if the listeners turn around and tell me, oh, please stop doing that, that's very, very rubbish, I'll stop.
You sure?
Maybe. So what was your vibe on this?
4 out of 5. They lost 1 mark because of the ending.
Yeah, okay, so I like
everything else.
The ending's a bit of a gut punch in terms of, I
guess, so the person we were supporting throughout all the rest of the book was a murderer.
Yeah, although I feel like
she was only 13.
Yes, that's
and she
true.
did have a big motive.
Yeah, but I think Naomi says you were kids at the time, but you've been an adult for much longer. So the idea then that somebody, one of them, and that's not just Lucy, that's also Jenna and Hayley and Claire, could have said something that would have led to them finding at least, well, if not finding Maddie, then at least finding Maddie's body and getting some sense of closure for her family. But it's it's not a bad ending, I wouldn't say.
It's not bad.
It's just very bleak.
And it's not bleak, it's just...
I think it's pretty bleak. Cause
No, it's not bleak. It's just unexpected, but not exactly what I'd want. I think I'd like it better if you maybe they cut off the house and nobody could go in again, so she couldn't go in.
Oh, as in so we never find out.
Oh wait, no. In 1999.
Okay.
And they barricade the house and put all these signs around it, and people around it, so nobody goes in because that was. She might not know, but everywhere is a crime scene now, because everywhere around the camp.
Mm.
And I think it'd be better because she can't actually go in because the guards are gonna be there all day and night.
Oh, you mean if in... Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking Maddie still disappears, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's involuntary manslaughter then.
Okay. So you kind of want to absolve Lucy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's bleak because she then sort of... Obviously, you could say it's deserved, but the kind of irrevocable damage on her life now...
that was punishment and all.
Yeah, I don't know. the impact it's going to have on her life, her marriage, her relationship with her daughter. she's lost her friends.
I mean, Ruby doesn't know.
One would assume. Yeah, I think she does. Lucy does make mention of that Ruby won't know, but everybody else knows. And I suppose, like, it can't be sustainable. Like, her marriage with Joe surely won't carry on after this. Anyway, but up until that point, it's really twisty-turny. You're given loads of options as to who it could be. We even get a reoccurrence of Sam, the lighting technician, who they accused at the time.
Why did we not talk about that scene? It was like one of the best.
Well, yes,
Also, Gladius Rudd was a good one.
Sam breaks into Lucy's house. But I mean, actually, because a lot of these things are then disproven, they kind of go out your head. And the ending is the thing that's really stuck with me. It's not to say that I've forgotten everything else that happened, but there are lots of other bits where you're like, oh yeah, there was that.
I mean, you did forget.
I did forget
the daughter's name.
Yeah, I meant, look, I forgot the author's name as well. So nobody's smelling of roses here. Well, I say nobody. I'm not smelling of roses here. Sybil remembered everything.
But that's only because I finished it yesterday.
Yeah. But once again, in terms of like pacing and readability, we both did it in about a day, didn't we?
It was just much longer than Rose House, but easier.
I mean, you got through it so much quicker than Rose House, though. Yeah, because you didn't actively hate it, which is always a good start. So we're still.
Oh, wait, so I can't pick another book.
Well, I don't know if that was.
We both agree.
I was about to say, I don't know if that was anybody's pick necessarily.
We got it, and it was a good book.
Yeah, I think we're still planning on doing The Hate You Give.
I've barely got anywhere through that.
But that's not going to be next week's episode because Sybil's not finished it, and then I will still need to read it. I have a few ideas about what I want to do next week, which aren't. They are book adjacent, but more like our sort of quiz or writing episodes.
Maybe with a special guest.
We could also include a special guest. We shall see. Our special guest.
And my special guest, you know.
Yeah, our special guest did try to follow.
I think he might actually be allowed into schools again.
It's just good.
Because it's been a couple of months.
It has.
And he's got really control over his
eating people.
Yeah.
So in whatever form, we will see you next week.
Bye.